Hello and welcome to this video. Before crossing the Drake Passage to Antarctica, we were cruising around Cape Horn, southernmost tip of South America. So here are just a couple of pictures. Crossing the Drake Passage was really smooth on this particular trip, and from what we've been told, it's never this smooth, so we really lucked out. And you can see on the map where we went from Ushuaia down to the White Lands.
Here we are, we just arrived in Antarctica. As you can see behind me, there's an island covered in ice, and we got snow on the ship, and we went from cold in Canada back down to cold. It's a little bit windy, and we were starting to see some wills out here, but not many yet. As we get in further, we should see more wills. And oh, look, get it.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
The humpback on the port side just came up lunging. That's the feeding behaviour as they're coming up for the krill. Here he is swimming towards the ship now, and he came up lunging into the krill.
See the whale there coming up and down in the water.
It's supported. You see him now?
No. Where?
Between the two icebergs. You see the circle of water right there? It's spread in the air. Right there.
You see that much?
Yeah, it's that much. The rest of the time. It's a lot of ice there when you see that big piece of ice.
There we had water, I was asleep on the port side of the ship. So it seems to be the sleeping place. And the captain has done such a great job.
Antarctica is iceberg land. It's unbelievable how many icebergs we've seen here, all kinds of different shapes and sizes, and the distinctive blue hue in the ice, you can see it particularly here very well, is just phenomenal. It's really beautiful and spectacular.
Yeah, I'm seeing that.
See him? There he is right there. Look, there he is there.
By now you notice that we have a lot of foggy and overcast weather here, but this particular view was unique in that it showed us just a glimmer of the landscape in the horizon area. It was quite different. And this is Palmer Station, the only United States research station in Antarctica and located in Anver Island. It's been there since 1968. And there's actually land here as well, believe it or not, but mostly snow and ice. All right, it's time to move on to our next location.
Good morning, everyone. As you can see, we're all dressed for winter because it is winter outside. If you look in the background, you can see all the ice and snow and the glaciers. And we are in Antarctica in a particular bay. And we're just looking at the scenery, which is just breathtaking. The glaciers and the ice looks like the glaciers and the ice up in Banff National Park maybe 10,000 years ago.
But way bigger and way more massive. We took some pictures of ships that are close to the mountain range in the back here, and you'll see them later in the video, just to give you a perspective.
And a scale of how big the ice sheets are and around the shoreline.
This is the view from the front of the ship, the bow, and hey, lo and behold, we're not alone on the ship. There's other folks here too, enjoying the scenery and having a great time.
Argentina and Britain, as they put cylinders claiming the land for Argentina, and Britain removed it and claimed it for Britain. In 1945 it was home to Gertrude.
Very nice.
can spot the pinkish spot here. This is actually penguin poop, and it's pink because they eat krill. The next location is Hope Bay. February 3rd in the morning, and we were sitting in the leader deck for breakfast. The winds outside were gusting at 60 plus knots. It was really windy, and the captain had to do some pretty fancy maneuvering to keep the boat from flipping over, so to speak. He managed it quite nicely. On the last day of our Antarctic experience, we were supposed to go to Elephant Island. But the weather was too stormy there, and so we went to Deception Island instead. This was our backup plan. And we saw a very large penguin colony here. That was very interesting. Nonetheless, we had a fantastic dinner with our friends as we moved our way into Drake Passage.